This is not a world like ours.
In a world of death,
Here, beauty wounds.
where the shadows
Here,
dance,
death flourishes.
cursed statues groan,
Welcome to the place where life clings to the abyss.
a perilous stride through the darkest corners where fears reside. But amidst the terror there's a glimmering light where beauty thrives in the dead of night.
Deep within the modded universe of Dead World, there exists a realm far more sinister than the Nether, a domain known as the Dead Dimension. This is not merely a hostile environment, it is an embodiment of death itself, a place where even the hardiest denizens are doomed to perish. The Dead Dimension. Entering the Dead Dimension is a journey into a world stripped of hope. Its vast cave systems are carved from barren earth, interrupted only by volcanic zones sheathed in polished basalt. Here, nothing grows. The very concept of life is banished. The ecosystem is one of decay and despair, where even the hardiest plants cannot take root. The only semblance of vegetation are the so-called trees, twisted forms of naturally polished basalt, leafless and lifeless, standing as monuments to the world's desolation. This dimension's influence sometimes seeps into the overworld, corrupting caves and transforming them into fetid, corrupted chambers. Within the Dead Dimension itself, the ground is littered with clusters of human bones, skeletal remains that do not match any known person, as if they materialize already dead within these cursed lands. In the deepest reaches of these caves, water is replaced by a deadly brown liquid. This toxic substance is not only poisonous, but also paralyzing and blinding. Victims who fall into it are left utterly helpless, unable to move, see, or escape, suffering relentless damage until they are on the brink of death. Survivors describe a terrifying ordeal. The liquid pulls them inexorably toward its center, inducing nausea and weakness, and ultimately trapping them in a state where escape is impossible. Most perish from starvation, unable to break free from its deadly grasp. Scattered throughout this forsaken world are deposits of dead gem, a material nearly as tough as netherite. Though difficult to obtain, it is highly prized by those daring enough to venture into this deadly realm. Accessing the Dead Dimension. To reach the Dead Dimensions, one must construct a portal frame from dark blocks, crafted from unsettling materials, such as bones and nether minerals. The portal is ignited using a skull-shaped amulet, a ritual that hints at the dark forces required to breach the boundary between worlds. In the Dead Dimension, death is not just a threat, it is the very law of the land. Every feature, from the bone-strewn floors to the toxic pools, serves as a grim reminder. This is a world where hope has long since withered, and only the bravest or most desperate dare to uncover its secrets. Deep within the Dead Dimension of the Minecraft mod, Dead World, life has found a way to adapt to the unrelenting horrors of its environment. The creatures that inhabit this realm are as nightmarish as the dimension itself, thriving where nothing else can survive. Death Monsters. The Death Monsters are enigmatic and terrifying beings. Their skin is dark as shadow, and their faces forever hidden behind unsettling white masks, painted with eerie smiles. These creatures live in morbid colonies, structured much like ant societies, with a strict hierarchy led by their most formidable members, the queens. The queens are the most powerful entities in the dead dimension, passing through several monstrous forms before reaching their final humanoid stage. In their possession lies the legendary Death Scythe, an artifact capable of swiftly ending the lives of most who cross its path. Death monsters are divided into warriors, guards, and queens, each with unique abilities. Warriors are small, agile, and attack with brute force. Guards are larger, more robust, and possess formidable defenses, while queens wield powerful magic, summoning undead minions and commanding their colony with unmatched authority. Their organization and aggression make them a constant lethal threat to any intruder, and their colonies are best avoided by all but the most prepared adventurers. Gorgles. Lurking in the labyrinthine caves are the Gorgles, tall, humanoid predators with double-jointed legs that grant them extraordinary agility and speed. Their glowing white eyes pierce the darkness, and their gaping mouths bristle with sharp teeth. Gorgles live in primitive tribal societies, reminiscent of savage cavemen, hunting and gathering in groups. Their hearts are made of dead gem, a rare mineral that makes them even more aggressive and resilient. Gorgles possess a horrific power, the ability to mutate their victims into submissive slug-like masses of flesh and bone, mindless servants who obey their every command. While a lone Gorgol may not pose a significant threat to an experienced explorer, an entire tribe can quickly overwhelm even the most prepared adventurer. Their combination of strength, speed, and numbers makes them one of the dead dimension's most dangerous inhabitants. Survival in the dead dimension. Both death monsters and Gorgles embody the despair and brutality of the dead dimension. They are relentless hunters, perfectly adapted to a world where only the most monstrous can endure. For those who dare to enter this forsaken realm, every shadow could hide a colony of death monsters or a tribe of Gorgles, each ready to defend their territory with lethal force. The escapees. From the depths of the dead dimension, some of the most terrifying creatures ever spawned have managed to escape, adapting to the overworld and leaving a trail of corruption and destruction in their wake. These entities, once confined to a world of death, now haunt the living, some even worshipped as gods of devastation. Cyclops parasites. The Cyclops parasites begin life as small, fleshy worms, each with a single, unblinking central eye. Though their larval form is diminutive, their threat lies in their parasitic nature. They can infiltrate a wide variety of hosts, absorbing their unique abilities and traits. Driven by a relentless hunger for power, they target the strongest beings, from formidable arthropods to intelligent races. This insidious quest has led to the extinction of entire species, such as the once mighty giant spiders, which have now been twisted into Cyclops spiders, ferocious creatures with both magical and physical prowess. They create moon-shaped amulets that are used to create portals to the relaxed dimension. The Cyclops parasites have also given rise to eye spiders, small, skittering eyes on legs that attack in swarms. Individually weak, they become a deadly force when grouped, overwhelming their prey through sheer numbers. At the pinnacle of their evolution are the Kronar, the most powerful form of these parasites. Once they break free from their host, they transform into nearly invincible living turrets, serving as both defenders and the reproductive core of their species by spawning new Cyclops parasites. In their weakest state, These organisms can even be harnessed by players as a parasite on a stick, a tool for duplicating amulets used to open portals to other dimensions. Evil statues. Cursed by dark magic, evil statues are stone guardians, brought to life to protect ancient ruins and magical artifacts. Nearly indestructible, they are bound to their charge by powerful enchantments. Their only known vulnerabilities are potent potions or massive blunt force, such as being dropped from great heights. These relentless sentinels serve as both protectors and warnings, their stony gazes forever watching over the secrets they guard. Giant horned worms. The giant horned worms are colossal subterranean predators, their bodies armored and their massive horns forged from a steel-like material, coveted for both its commercial and magical properties. Their white, segmented forms and gaping circular mouths filled with razor-sharp teeth make them a terrifying sight beneath the earth. The viscous mucus they secrete is highly prized in alchemy and engineering, making these monsters both a deadly threat and a valuable resource. However, hunting them is fraught with peril. Their size, strength, and aggression make any encounter a deadly gamble. However, they create strange cores, known for enabling the entrance for the sky dimension. These creatures, once denizens of the dead dimension, now roam the overworld, spreading fear and chaos. Their presence is a stark reminder of the dangers that seep from forgotten realms, and of the ever-blurring boundary between worlds and dead world. The dead dimension is more than a place, it's a warning, a world where death is law, hope is a memory, and even the strongest are reduced to bones beneath poisoned soil. Its horrors are not confined. They bleed into the overworld, corrupting all they touch. Those who enter seek power, but few return, and those who do are never the same. This isn't just another realm. This is the end of all things living. This is the dead dimension.